Good morning, campers. How's everybody doing? I'm going to give you guys an A+. Over here, you get a B-. Good morning, campers. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Okay. Speak anglais? Okay, everybody, welcome to Unity of Calgary. The band, and I'm Anthony, and the band and I are going to do a song to help you kind of get centered. If you know the song, you're welcome to sing along. If not, then you can just listen along. And then after we do this song, we're going to do a couple of songs together where you get to be the choir. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and lay all your fears and all your doubts aside and let go of all the hurt you hold inside. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and receive the love of all who've gathered round. For you are worthy of this gift of love right now. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Well, who'd have known that who you are is enough? And who'd have known that you could be so loved? Well, we knew, and now you know. Yes, we knew, and now you know. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Let's open up our hearts. Let's open up our hearts. Okay, usually I say stand up now to sing the next song, but this is kind of a sit-down song, so you can remain seated and we'll sing together. This is a song that was kind of inspired by Bob Elwood. Well, I don't know, this is like part of our mission or something, right? So, but he's always saying it. So, and at one point we were in a meeting and he said it, and I was like, I keep hearing that, I need to write it. And I think I had already written it down in my like song ideas thing. And anyway, after that meeting, I was like, okay, that's it. I just throw everything else aside and I'm going to write the song. So here it is. Okay, now you can stand up. Get your blood moving. What are we doing next?
Light in this world.
I don't have that song. Oh, there it is. I'll just make it up as I go along. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. Yes, we shine, oh, we shine. Yes, we shine so bright. Yes, we shine, oh, we shine. Yes, we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine, we shine.
Ooh, you do look pretty bright out there. All those bright lights. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Calgary, both all you lovely people here and those of you that are joining us online. We're delighted that you've made the choice to come together in spiritual community, because we believe that there's something that expands, that when we bring our spirits together with this focused attention to share and grow spiritually together. I've got a little bit of a poof here. Can you get that, Nolan? I said I've got a kind of a bit of an echo. Okay, I think it's going now. Okay, sorry about that. It takes us a little bit to get sorted out sometimes. Anyway, my name is Katie Grin, and I am delighted to be your service guide this morning. And we call it that because we hope that when you're here, that you actually have an experience. That something in the words, in the music, in your quiet meditation, or maybe just chatting at coffee, that something connects inside for you in whatever way that you need and want. So just holding that intention for yourself. How is Spirit going to be present for me this morning? And so let's begin with affirming our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Okay, let's take a moment to kind of tune in to arrive. I invite you to be part of this affirmative prayer. So we close our eyes if you're comfortable and just settling down into your seat. Taking a deep breath in and slowly out. And another deep breath in. Imagine that your feet are sinking down, down into Mother Earth, feeling grounded and connected. And just drawing her strength all the way up to your heart. And just checking in with your own heart. How are you feeling this morning? Where is your heart? And know that wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, however you're being, you are welcome just as you are here. We invite you to just be allowing all that happens today to fill your heart, your mind, your soul. We're so thankful for this time together, and so it is. There are many ways to connect to Spirit, as we all know. And one of the ways that can be very powerful is using sound. So we're going to do our affirmative statement that we have above us here, and then we'll move into a tone. And the tone we're going to use is ah, which is the sound of the heart. So we'll say our affirmation, and then I'll kind of guide you in, and we'll repeat it about 5 times, the ah sound. And just float with that if it's your first time. And those of you at home, we invite you to join in on that. Just allowing your own sound to fill your voice, your room. So together, let's affirm. Unity of Calgary is committed to life in the vibration of love. And I, too, am committed to living in the love vibration, just like we sang about. All right, so just getting comfortable. Just having an exhale and breathing in, and together we will tone. Letting the sound radiate out into the room. And out into our community. And one last time. And just allowing that sound to radiate out across our whole country and around the world. Letting it flow out to each and every soul. Bringing that love vibration. Feeling of peace and hope. And so it is. Wow. Does that feel good? It's beautiful. I'd like to call up Claude Pellerin right now to share the Daily Word. And the Daily Word is a publication that's been put out for over 100 years by Unity. And it is exactly that. It is something that you can read each and every day to keep your mind focused on your spiritual life, to stay out of the quagmire of the busy mind.
The daily word today is world peace. As I affirm peace, I help create a peaceful world. In 1964, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "It is not enough to say we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace. Of course, I will work toward creating the kind of world I wish to see, investing my effort and energy to ending conflict, discrimination, and other kinds of negativity. But I also put my energy into creating harmony, cooperation, opportunity, and other positive outcomes. Today, I affirm that peace is dawning all over the world, blessing all people with warm feelings of cooperation and togetherness. I affirm peace is here, even as I strive to create it. May the God of peace himself sanctify you entirely, and may your spirit and soul and body be kept sound.
Thank you, Claude. And if you would like to be one of our daily word readers, we would just love to have your presence and your voice here. You can just sign up. There's a sheet at the back there that Deborah's showing you. And yeah, if you haven't done it before, take a chance. It's 2026. All right, let's enjoy a little music. If only we had a band. Here they come. They've been here early since.
But they don't smoke.
That's right. They've been here very early this morning practicing all these lovely songs for us. So please enjoy the music of Anthony Burbage and the band.
We'll wait till everybody's ready. Ready back there? You on the brushes? Okay, great. One day at a time, no matter how deep the pain inside, one day at a time, one step at a time, no matter how high the mountain I climb. One step at a time. I take one step to you. You take 99 steps to me. Oh, it's never been as hard as I thought it would be, 'cause you take 99 steps to me. 99 steps to me. One prayer at a time. No matter how narrow the way I find. One prayer at a time. One yes at a time. No matter how wide the hurt inside, one yes at a time. I take one step coming like we know what came before. We're blindsided by surprise till we finally realize that it's you, not us, who's really in control. One voice inside, no matter how loud the noise in my mind. One voice inside, one path to peace. No matter how cruel the world may be, one path to peace. We take one step to you, you take 99 steps to us. Oh, it's never been as hard as we thought it was, 'cause you take 99 steps to us. You take 99 steps to us. I take one step to you. You take 99 steps to me. 99 steps to me.
Isn't that a beautiful song? Anthony wrote that song about the spiritual journey quite a few years ago, didn't you, Anthony? Mm-hmm. What year that was? Mm-hmm. It's nice to know that there are 99 steps that God's taking towards us, spirit, the divine, however we hold that. And that's partly because we are already connected, whole and complete. And that is what our lovely speaker this morning is going to be talking about. Deborah McDonald is going to be talking about the light that you already are. Deborah's been a pursuer of the spiritual path since she was a young girl, since she was just 6 years old, having these perplexing questions for her poor mother. Who am I and why am I here? This led to her living in a spiritual community when she was at the age of 19, of which she lived in for 20 years. She is a certified Kundalini yoga teacher, a certified lifeline coach and practitioner, and she's a published author, but mostly she's devoted to the Course of Miracles and her own spiritual path. She's always looking for ways to live into it. And to me, she is a beautiful example. Oh, might cry. Here we go. I can cry and talk at the same time, though. I've known Deborah for about 10 years, and she has inspired me in how dedicated she is. Every morning she does her spiritual practice, opening and growing, but not from a place of pretension, but from wanting to be that light and share that light all day long. And she does a beautiful job of just being a very genuine person. And we're very fortunate at this time that she's also part of our board as our secretary. Please enjoy being in the presence of the lovely Miss Deborah McDonald.
Thank you, Katie. Back at you, sister. Just be present here, see all your beautiful faces, the light shining through. Welcoming those people on live stream. I know I have a few friends that live in British Columbia that are joining us today. I thought I'd start by just reading the little blurb on my poster about this talk, just because I really like it. And hopefully I can live up to it. We'll see. We spend so much of our lives trying to find the light, chasing it, praying for it, trying to deserve it. when the deeper truth is actually far simpler. We are the light. My hope today is to explore what happens when we stop treating enlightenment as something to be earned and instead begin recognizing it as our natural illumined state. While the ego may fuss, panic, and reach for its spiritual to-do list, the light that dwells within every human heart remains steady, quietly and patiently awaiting our return. Today, I'd like to explore how a simple shift in identity and perspective can dissolve what we perceive as darkness and reveal the brilliance that has been shining in us all along. Now, that's a pretty lofty goal, isn't it? Where do we begin with a topic as large as life itself? The word light can easily be replaced with God or life or divine intelligence. Use whatever word you like. But let's use light for now and start at the very beginning. As Doug Craig mentioned in his talk last week, at the exact moment of conception, when sperm meets egg, there is a literal flash of light known as the zinc spark. When I first heard that, it made me wonder if we weren't so much born into the world as sparked into existence. I love the sound of that, don't you? That before we had a name, a personality, or a story, there was light. Today, I'd like to take us on a 3-part journey because as I see it, there are 3 gentle steps that take us from seeking the light to becoming the light. The first step is recognizing the light in ourselves and in each other. And that can also be described as the illumined mind. The second step is sharing that light, which is the awakening of the heart. And the third step, becoming the light, is the realized soul or enlightenment. And it's not so much a 3-step linear process as it is a gradual awakening to the truth that we already are. And I think we go in and out of these phases on our journey. Before I go any further, I'd like to share an analogy that has been really helpful to me in seeing the light and the world in a completely different way. Imagine, if you will, that I'm holding a small lamp with a bare bulb that's burning bright. And that lamp is plugged into an infinite source of power. This lamp represents our inner light, sparked at the moment of conception, and it continues to burn brightly, whether we're aware of it or not. As we grow up, we gradually start adding lampshades, don't we? The first lampshade is our body. And that's a fairly transparent lampshade, but then more lampshades appear. Our family dynamics, our roles, our stories, our political views. And before long, we lose awareness of our light altogether and start to believe we are our lampshades. Not only that, but we begin seeing only one another's lampshades, forgetting that beneath every single one is the same steady light. We argue over lampshades, we defend them, we judge them, and if we're honest, that is what constitutes the world we live in, both personally and globally. All the while, at the very core, we are all plugged into the same infinite source, and we all shine equally bright. No single person has cornered the market on the light. The Dalai Lama's light is no more brilliant than a certain politician's light, and you can fill in the name of that politician depending on the color of your lampshade. We all come from the same source. That's why I believe the first step in awakening is simply to recognize the light in ourselves and each other and to look past the lampshades, both our own and those we project onto others, and see what is truly there. Reminds me of one of my favorite song lyrics. I'm going to look twice at you till I see the Christ in you. Just take that in for a minute. And each of us has our own way of practicing this, whether it's smiling at a stranger on the street or looking into the eyes of our bank teller. There's a saying that the most important person in the world is the one standing right in front of you. Which, come to think of it, might make me pretty important right now because I'm standing in front of a bunch of people. But really all it takes is just a real present moment awareness, and perhaps a little more listening and a bit less talking. There's a saying that if a pickpocket walks past a saint, all he sees is pockets. How different would our world be if we saw the saintly, the innocence in one another, instead of our own projections? I don't think anyone would deny, in theory at least, that we are the light. We sing about it almost every Sunday. The challenge, of course, isn't agreeing with it on Sunday morning, but remembering it on a Tuesday afternoon, especially when we're triggered by someone else's lampshade. Those moments when someone cuts us off in traffic, questions our authority, or heaven forbid, dares to disagree with us, are actually incredibly revealing. I've come to see that being triggered isn't a failure on my part. It's simply information. It shows me where I am blocking my own light. The truth is, we wouldn't be triggered if there wasn't in ourselves that we need to release. And the deeper truth is that we often call in the very people and circumstances that reveal what we are blind to in ourselves. So I like to think of those moments as more of a setup than an upset. And often it takes a gift of time to see the difference, doesn't it? In July of 1987, I was living in Vancouver and had come to Calgary to visit my mom. Back then, the West Edmonton Mall was a really big deal, and I wanted my daughter to see it. So my mom and my two nieces, my daughter and I, decided to drive to Edmonton. Well, we got as far as Red Deer when I had this very strange feeling inside, and I just couldn't go any further. So we decided to stop in Red Deer, get a hotel. The girls didn't mind. There was a pool in the hotel, and carry on to Edmonton the next day. So I'm sitting at breakfast. I say, yeah, let's go, let's go to Edmonton. Let's see the West Edmonton Mall. And we pile in the car, and about 10 minutes up the road, this same strange feeling came over me, which I recognize now as a panic attack. And I just said to my mom, I can't go any further. And bless her heart, she just went along with it. So we drove back to Calgary, and I found out that that was when a huge tornado went through Edmonton, killing, I think, 23 people, causing millions of dollars of damage. And if we'd kept driving, we could very well have been impacted by it. So was that an upset or a setup? So recognizing the light with the mind, as important as it is, isn't enough. Many spiritual seekers stop there. I know I have over time. Because the ego is quite content with having an illumined mind, isn't it? The spiritual ego can be one of the trickiest lampshades to let go of. It reminds me of a quote by Leo Buscaglia. Those of you who think you know it all are really irritating to those of us that do. And how many of us have been caught in that kind of thinking? It might just be me, but I'm pretty mesmerized by what I think I know. How about you? How willing are you? How willing am I to admit that I actually don't know very much? Even Jesus himself said, I of myself can do nothing. The Father, the light within me, does the work. Let's turn now to step 2, sharing the light. This is the journey from the mind to the heart. This is where we choose connection over correction. And just how do we awaken our hearts? We awaken our hearts by sharing the light, by giving it away, which turns out to be surprisingly effortless because we were designed to be channels of the light after all, and not containers. It is the nature of light to emanate. I'm reminded of a documentary I watched years ago called The Artist is Present, and it made a huge impression on me. In 2010, a Serbian performance artist named Marina Abravic created an installation in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. She set up 2 chairs in the middle of a large room facing each other, and she sat in one chair, perfectly silent, perfectly motionless, for 7 hours a day, 6 days a week, for an entire 3 months. And that in itself is an accomplishment. Visitors to the museum were invited to sit across from her and meet her gaze in silence. Marina was pretty much kept herself in a meditative state, and when someone occupied the chair, she would just look up and with loving kindness look directly into their eyes. And what followed was phenomenal. I think many people were actually seen for the first time in their lives, and many wept. It was an extraordinary experience for anyone that participated. And interestingly enough, at first people were really hesitant to take the chair, and as time went on, there was a long lineup of people that wanted to have that experience with her. I've since tried to watch that video again. I can't find it anywhere, but there's snippets of it on YouTube if you ever want to check it out. It's called The Artist is Present. And the good news is we don't have to set up an installation at the Museum of Modern Art in New York to share our light. I think there are as many ways to share the light as there are moments in the day and people in the world. It happens in countless ordinary ways. It's washing the dishes with awareness, blessing our food. It's hugging or welcoming each other here on a Sunday morning, brushing the cat, or it's simply standing here, sharing as authentically as I can. And it's coming into a deeper awareness and appreciation for what is here rather than what is wished for. I'm sure if you reflect on the week past, you will find countless ways in which you not only recognize the light, but shared the light, as the two go hand in hand, really. And if not, well, today's a new day. So far we've talked about recognizing the light and sharing the light. And now we arrive at what may sound like the most puzzling step of all, becoming the light. After all, how do we become something we already are? Off the top of my head, I would say that's a natural result of letting go of everything we are not. Remember those lampshades? I could only speak from my own experience, but for me, those moments of truly knowing myself as the light have never come from striving or struggle. They have been the natural result of a daily devotional practice to raise my vibration and align with what is already true. For me, that has taken many forms over the years: breath work, meditation, visiting my trees at Fish Creek Park, listening to uplifting voices in podcasts, and I would say turning off the news, but I never turned it on in the first place. So, just to focus my energy on what lifts and not what drains. Every Sunday, we say together that we are committing to living in the love vibration. And I think it's more than a lovely notion, because when it is fully embodied, love is the most powerful force in the universe. It may be that light is just the constant emanation of the love vibration, always present, always flowing, always inviting us home. And I also think that becoming the light is a very gradual process. Oh, I know there have been those throughout history who have had spontaneous awakenings, and we've all been blessed by their teachings. But for most of us, awakening to the light we already are is a much more subtle process. You may discover that those people and activities that once brought you pleasure no longer resonate, and there's a natural letting go. For instance, I used to be a smoker until one day I wasn't. And it wasn't because I battled to quit smoking, it was because I was just in another frequency where smoking didn't fit anymore. And, truth, I used to enjoy Manhattan every night, shaken, not stirred, for all you James Bond fans. And now I can barely get through a glass of wine. Again, just doesn't match my frequency. And that can be scary, can't it? When old patterns of behavior dissolve and the new haven't quite revealed themselves. Boredom and a sense of unease can set in. I'm sure a lot of us have felt that in this 2025, right? I liken it to a caterpillar in a chrysalis. The old is dissolving, and there isn't a butterfly wing in sight. That's where trust and faith become our allies. Picture yourself as a caterpillar, moving about your day, inching along leaf by leaf, measuring your success on how much ground you can cover compared to the other caterpillars, never questioning your purpose. And then, without warning, something changes. Not on the outside, but deep within, you feel a call you can't explain. I think we have all felt that call, or we wouldn't be here in this room. It's a gentle insistence to stop moving forward in the same old familiar way and to surrender instead to stillness. You find yourself in that liminal state between what was and what can be. So you retreat to the dark safety of the chrysalis, to a place where progress no longer looks like motion and growth no longer looks like achievement. This is when I take to my couch. Just allow those higher frequencies to integrate, right? Those butterfly cells to start to strengthen. So the letting go process is not comfortable, but it is necessary if we were ever to come into full expression of the light. What are the words in this song? Living in the love vibration, letting go of all that I know. I love that, Anthony. Unity principle number 5 is that it is not enough to understand spiritual teachings. We must live the truth we know. We must become the butterflies we were born to be. And what I'm discovering is that this is not something that can be done in isolation. While time spent alone is important, even critical to our spiritual awakening, finding our family of frequency or community is equally important. Finding our family of frequency because we need each other to navigate these turbulent times in the world. As Thomas More said, swept away by the Spirit, we'd like to become angels, but steeped in the soul, we'd like a good meal with friends. And the first Sunday of every month, we do just that, don't we, with our potlucks? So we've gone from recognizing the light to sharing the light to becoming the light, which isn't so much as a becoming as it is dissolving into the light. To close, I'd like to share a little parable about a salt doll, and then we'll go into our meditation. A salt doll journeyed for thousands of miles over land until it finally came to the sea. It was fascinated by this strange moving mass, quite unlike anything it had ever seen before. "Who are you?" said the doll to the sea. The sea, smiling, said, "Come in and see." So the doll waded in. The further it walked into the sea, the more it dissolved, until there was only very little of it left. Before the last bit dissolved, the doll exclaimed in wonder, "Now I know what I am." And once we know ourselves as that sea, we no longer have to worry about making a splash. We can just be. So we'll go into our meditation now.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. We are opening. We are opening. Our hearts are ready to receive. We are opening.
Let's just take a moment now and take a deep breath in and exhale. Maybe let the exhale be longer than the inhale. Bring ourselves to this present now moment, the place where light dwells. And as we breathe, let's breathe into our heart, as if our heart is breathing, awakening to the light. And we bring into mind any lampshades that we identify with, the good, the bad, the ugly, and simply observe, knowing that we are not those lampshades. We are the observer, the emanating light. And as we breathe in love, gratitude. And as we breathe out, there's a softening, a gentle softening, dissolving the lampshades. And we find ourselves no longer constricted in our expression, but feeling ourselves as one with the source, the love, the power that is our true identity. So we soften those layers of pretense, and come into the presence. And as we exhale, we feel more spaciousness. The light grows brighter as the lampshades dissolve. And if the mind wanders, as minds do, simply return to the quiet knowing and say to yourself, I am the light. I have always been the light. And so it is.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am I looked up the song that she was talking about because I had to. So the song is called Christ in You. It's by the band called the Waterboys. The Waterboys were like a one-hit wonder back in the 80s, and they're from the UK. And I've never heard the song, actually, so now I'm going to have to listen to it on the way home. I don't know them as being like a spiritual band, but I suspect there's probably more to it. Because they're not like a praise and worship band or anything like that, right? All right. Well, now it's time to clear the low-down stinking thinking blues out of your brain there. A one, a two, a one, what? Yes, low-down stinking thinking blues. Welcome to the show. You got it? Okay, a one. I was doing my French accent there, and you didn't understand. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Done got my thinking cap caught on a fence. Used to hear inside shift my point of view so I can pull myself out of the brick-a-brack, a low down stinking thinking blue. Oh, when you know you've been wrong, when you got your heart broke and your anger is strong, you can see inside your head, you know your brain's gonna do. You got a bona fide case of the brick-a-brack, a low down stinking thinking blue. But that's when you've got to remember what's what. Oh, that everything in life always starts with a thought. That's when you need to shift your point of view so you can pull yourself out of the brick-a-brack, a low down stinking thinking blue. Well, we all know it's real. Every thought that we think affects how we feel. We all know it's true. Everything that we feel affects what we do. So if you want a better future than the past you've been through, you gotta pull yourself out of the brick-a-brack, a low down stinking thinking blues. That's when you got to remember what's what. Oh, that everything in life always starts with a thought. That's when you need to shift your point of view so you can pull yourself out of the brick-a-brack, a low down thinking blues. Oh, the brick-a-brack, a low down thinking blues. Oh, the brick-a-brack, a low down stinking thinking blues. My grandmother, she had all this, this is like South Shore of Nova Scotia, and she had all these knickknacks, right? And some people call that bric-a-braca, right? And so the line came to me, and then I looked it up, and in French, bric-a-braca is like mental confusion or whatever, right? So it totally makes sense. Your mind is all cluttered up with all these little knick-knacky things, and too much thinking. Yeah. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, and it's true, right? How many's doing the January declutter, right? Ways we're trying to let things go, clear out the mind. Deborah, thank you so much. Let's give a hand for Deborah. What an inspiring present. There's a few thoughts there, and definitely I love the analogy of the lampshade. Wasn't that good? Yeah. Yeah, very, very good. Thank you so much. And of course, let's see, Anthony and his original music in the band. We're delighted when we share. And isn't it great when he tells you the story behind the songs? I know, keep telling me. That's the best part. We get to know where the songs come from. So we're thankful for our speaker, for our band, for being here together. And so now it is time for our love offering. And we talk about it here as a love offering because we know that coming together makes a difference. It makes a difference into our lives. It makes a difference energetically. And of course, to be here in this physical place takes a financial contribution. So if you're with us for the first time, there are envelopes to put down your information. And just a reminder, if you do want a receipt, we do need all those details, otherwise we can't find you. Oh, for the year. Oh, okay, for the year, right. Not per Sunday. Okay, all right, well, feel free into it. Anyway, so whatever it is that you would like to do, but do know that all the different ways that you can contribute on a Sunday morning, those of you who come to set up and make the coffee and create an environment, welcome people, to know that your time, your talent, and your treasure is appreciated. It does make a difference. And that knowing that as we give, we do receive. And if you would like to do it online, you can do it at donate@unityofcalgary.org. And that's what I've got in the habit of doing myself. I just do it once a month, and then that way I know that my donation is done and I'm not looking for what I need to put into an envelope. But each of you, however you like to do it. But let's stand up now, and we're going to sing our offering song, which is a song that Anthony wrote quite a long time ago. And I just love the words because it's just about giving, not only here financially, but in our lives. That anytime you're going to do anything, give with an open heart.
As I knock my microphone off. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm grateful for this moment. I am grateful for my life. And I trust that a higher power will always be there to provide. And that's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Well, I place my faith in the Spirit, and I welcome each and every day. When I let go of all my troubles and worries, a new abundance always comes my way. And that's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Oh, I'm gonna give with an open heart. Oh, I'm gonna give with an open heart.
I invite you to affirm together our abundance affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you all.
Great. Well, as many of you know, and some of you may not know as much about Unity, it was based initially as a prayer and educational community. And so, hang on. Okay, there we go. Think I'm all right? Yes, so prayer and education is the very foundation of Unity. And we take that time to reflect and share as an important piece. So let's take a quiet moment now to go into prayer. And just allow yourself to just scan through your mind and bring to mind anything that you would like to surrender into prayer. Anything in your life that's been struggling with, that you've been worried about. Maybe it's not about your own life, but maybe about people you care about. Or maybe it's what's happening all around us in the world. There is a lot going on, and it can feel overwhelming or confusing, frightening or sad. And it's all right to feel any of that. But I invite you now to surrender it, to allow, to let go, to know that as we do this, there is an underlying peace. Surrender for a moment into the stillness, any and all your concerns. Just allowing, letting it go. And having the faith that you don't have to know how it will resolve. Just that you have given it into Source. And so it is. And if you have other prayer concerns, you know that we have a prayer line. Unity has a prayer line, 1-800-NOW-PRAY, 24 hours, where you can reach someone at the end who will take you into a guided prayer, an affirmative prayer. And this is also a really great thing to pass on to, you know how sometimes somebody in your life, somebody you meet, even in the grocery store, and you know they're struggling, and you think, well, I don't know what I can do. You know, you could just mention there is a prayer line at 1-800-NOW-PRAY, and you just plant that seed, and you let it go, knowing that in that very intention, it does make a difference to do that. You can also send your prayer requests in. There's a prayer box at the back where you can write your concerns and put them in our prayer box, or send them into prayer@unityofcalgary.org. We also hold in prayer the other Unity communities across Canada. And this month it is Unity Vancouver Island and the Unity Canada Board of Directors, who put a massive number of hours into creating our world and supporting unity across the country. And one other thing that I wanted to share is that at 10 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock in Central Time, but it'd be 10 o'clock our time. Is it 10? Isn't that 2 hours? No, it's only 1 hour. You can tune in to the prayer time that happens at Unity Village. And you can do that on Unity's Facebook page. You can see that. So it's only like, I think it's like 6 or 7 minutes, a very short, and it's a very powerful little meditation, and that happens 5 days a week. All right, and one last blessing. Let's bless the children in the world, our own inner children, that are always struggling with something. Yes, and together we affirm, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you exactly the way you are. Very good. Okay, well, let's stand up and have some music as Anthony takes us into song with One Great Power.
There's just one presence, just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There's just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. Oh, one great power
Right. Thank you. Just have a seat for a moment. We have a couple of quick announcements. Next week is our interactive Sunday. That's where we have 45 minutes where we interact on a particular topic. We're delighted to have Valda Harris, who's sitting here this morning. Valda, just want to wave there for a minute so we know who you are. And she'll be doing Living as the Light, an interactive Sunday. So I'd love you to join us, same time, 10:30. And then on February 1st, Neil Thrussell will be doing Living from the Heart in a world that keeps daring us not to. And of course, then it's also our potluck. Afterwards, we've changed it to the first Sunday, so we'd love you to join us for that. And I think that's all. So let's stand up. We're just about to lose our broadcast people. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope that you've enjoyed your time in our community, and maybe one day you'll visit us in the physical. All together? Actually, let's form our circle so that we can, join hands. For let there be peace.
It's all good. Stretch, Bob, stretch.
Thank you, everyone. Please stay for coffee and treats and have conversations that matter with people who care.